Hello everyone, my name is Amalia Jimenez, and I will be presenting on the versatility of the Unreal Engine. Before I begin, I want to thank my mentor, Carol Ashley, for all of her help and guidance on my project. I would have not been able to do it without her help. So to begin, I am first going to talk about what is the Unreal Engine and why it's being used by so many game developers. So the Unreal Engine is a real-time rendering game engine that was developed in 1988 by Epic Games, and it was originally developed as a first-person shooter game. Presently, it's being used to create fighting games, role-playing games, and so much more. The Unreal Engine also allows developers to create photorealistic renders, dynamic effects, lifelike animation, and game levels. But the Unreal Engine is also widely used for VR projects since it helps to create the best quality graphics, and it's compatible with tech such as Gear VR, Oculus, and HTC Vive. However, the most important feature of Unreal is that it's free for students and educators to use. And this allows many students to learn early on and develop their skills. And it's also compatible with various programs as well, such as Autodesk Maya, Blender, Substance Painter, MetaHuman Creator, and Quixel Bridge. And the Unreal Engine has also been used by many companies such as Lucasfilms, Industrial Light and Magic, Technicolor, Xbox, PlayStation, and Obsidian. But the Unreal Engine was also used in the production of The Mandalorian, and this was to create virtual background sets, and it helped to cut down the time to travel and build between sets. Overall, the Unreal Engine is versatile and capable of doing so much for game and film creators. So after viewing what the Unreal Engine is capable of doing, I created various goals to explore and learn the Unreal Engine to see what it has to offer, such as exploring the MetaHuman Creator, the Epic Games, and Quixel Bridge marketplaces, blueprints, Maximo, and many other features. But I also want to go ahead and see how it can cut down the virtual production pipeline time and how user-friendly the programs are. And lastly, I want to create a 1 to 2 minute cinematic to show what you can do in Unreal and what I've learned so far. So first, to begin, let's go ahead and break down the Unreal Engine user interface. So the user interface can be broken down into 7 major parts. The first being the tab bar, which is where you can view the name and current level and other tab windows as well. The second section is a toolbar that shows the commands of the frequently used tools. And then the third section is showing the actors tab, which also shows the actors the Unreal Engine provides. And actors are basic models, lights, cameras that can be used for cinematics, visual effects, and geometry and volumes. And then the fourth section is the browser displaying, is the content browser displaying in folders all of the actors that the user has imported into Unreal, either that being meshes, animations, textures, maps, blueprints, etc. And then the fifth section is the viewport, and that's where users can go ahead and preview and visualize what actors are in the scene. The sixth section of the Unreal editor is actually the world outliner, and this is what shows what actors are in the viewport and what the actors are called. So you can actually go ahead and edit the names in the world outliner as well. But lastly, in the seventh section, the details tab contains information, utilities, and functions for the selected actor in the viewport. It's where you can go ahead and edit the location, the rotation, and the scale of the actor in the viewport, and a whole bunch of other features as well. And then overall, the user interface can actually appear quite daunting and confusing at first, but once broken down, it's a little bit easier to navigate. And then also, Unreal Engine also does offer online learning courses, which are free for students and educators to use, so they can go ahead and learn the basics of Unreal. And then there's also sample projects that can be used to follow along with in the learning courses. So next is the MetaHuman Creator, and the MetaHuman Creator is a user-friendly program that can be used to create high-fidelity digital humans, and it also helps to erase weeks and months off the character modeling and rigging production process down to minutes as it's manipulated in real time. And then in the MetaHuman Creator, a user can directly manipulate facial features, adjust skin complexion, and select the preset body types, hairstyles, clothing, and a whole bunch of other features as well. Overall, the user interface of the MetaHuman Creator is very easy to navigate and is similar to the user interface of a sim game. So the user interface can be broken down into 6 sections. The first being the title bar, where you can go ahead and navigate to the home page and let the user know which MetaHuman the user is working on. And then the second section, this is where the user can go ahead and modify the MetaHuman, as it is separated into 3 sections. So in the first section, it's the face section, and that's where the user can manipulate the eyes, the skin, the hair, the teeth, and the makeup of the character. And in the hair section, the user can adjust the eye color by selecting the eye color base and detail color. And then in the body category, users can adjust the weight, the height, clothing, and the clothing of the character. And then in the third section right here, this is where the users can go ahead and adjust the environment, the lighting quality, and the LOD, which stands for the level of detail for the character. But most users go ahead and keep the level of detail at level of detail 0 or 1, which indicates the highest detail for the character. And then in the fourth section right here, it's the viewport, and this is where the user can get a preview of what the character will look like. And then in the fifth section, this is the hotkey reference section. And this is actually very useful for those who want to go ahead and use keyboard keys instead of navigating with the mouse. And it's also just very nice to have like a reference area. And then in the sixth section is where the user can go ahead and blend the character with other metahuman creators to get distinct features, such as like a nose. And it also has a preview section right here where users can go ahead and play a preview and get an idea of what the metahuman will go ahead and look like. But once the metahuman is actually imported into an Unreal project, it becomes fully rigged with controllers to move the character. But the benefit of metahuman is that it's actually compatible with motion capture technology that allows people to record the movement and then import that movement into the character. And then users can also download pre-made animations and import them into the metahuman. And this helps to erase weeks and months off the animation process and the pipeline. So the next feature that Unreal has to offer is blueprints, which are nodes that can be used to create various elements in the Unreal editor level. And the way that they work is that users connect the nodes with wires, but blueprints were designed for those that don't know how to code, so they can still create game elements. And blueprints can be used to create different things, such as like create movements for playable characters, for creating easily customized props that allow the artist to go ahead and work faster, and also make a light fixture that automatically updates its material to match the color and brightness of its point light component, or a blueprint that randomly scatters foliage messages over an area. And then additionally, they can also be used to make blueprint classes, which are used for making interactive assets. When I first started using blueprints, it seemed very intimidating and complicated, but what's great about Unreal Learning courses is that they also have a course on learning how to understand blueprints as well, and it's very easy to follow along with, so I highly recommend utilizing the Unreal Engine learning courses. So next I'm going to go ahead and discuss a great feature that allows those that have difficulty modeling or texturing, creating character textures, and many other assets. And this feature is the Epic Games Marketplace and Quixel Bridge programs. And these are great platforms where creators can go ahead and grab assets and use them in their Unreal projects. So the Epic Games Marketplace is a platform where creators can sell textures, animations, VFX, models, etc. to game creators. And a similar program called Quixel Bridge is where users can download free decals, models, and textures. But the Epic Games Marketplace has both free packages and packages that creators can buy. And what's great is that Epic Games actually releases free assets every month, and they're honestly great products. So for example, I was actually able to get these environments and props over quarantine. And these environments I was actually able to bash together to go ahead and create the scene that I'm going to go ahead and show. So next I'm going to go ahead and show the cinematic that I created to show what I've learned using the different features in Unreal and also various other programs to create the environment, animations, and the lighting as well. So this is. glimpse of what can be done in Unreal. Overall, the process took me about a week to a week and a half, and the animations I used were imported from a program called Maximo, and this helped to reduce the animation time down to mere minutes. So for those who do not feel comfortable using either motion capture technology or doing the animation by hand, users can go ahead and download animations from Maximo and import that into the MetaHuman within Unreal. Overall, the Unreal Engine has become a versatile platform with many additional features that can help those create games quickly and efficiently. And then these are the resources that I use to help create my project. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my presentation, and have a great rest of your day.